Hey guys, how's it going? Sorry it's been a bit. It's been a wild summer. Obviously, everyone's dealing with this heat and all the stuff from the wildfires. Hope this isn't too loud. And yeah, we've just been dealing with hay season, horse shows, and stuff around the farm. So that's going really well. But it also means that there's not a lot of time to do everything else that you want to do, like film videos. And it's something I want to get back to doing. And hopefully, I'll be doing more in the future. But I've got some stuff to talk to you guys about today. The last time on the channel, one of the last videos I did was talking about how the channel is going to kind of be like shifting gears a little bit based on the current climate of firearms and licensing in Canada. And we're not going to dwell on that too much, but I have started doing Milsim. I got in contact with a really great team called the Hooligans, and I've done 2 Milsims with them so far, and with some of my other buddies on another Milsim team. And it's actually been fantastic. I've fallen in love with the sport, and I can't wait to play more. I've met some fantastic individuals that I wouldn't have got a chance to meet, and I've also ran into some people that I was on deployment with and that I was in the Army with. So it's really cool to see all those guys out kind of doing stuff afterwards and catching up with them. So that's been great. Now on to the gear. For my first event, I did wear my Agilite K19. I'll just grab it real quick. Because our primary color was tan, so we wore multicam because it is technically a tan-based camouflage. I ran it with this setup. I've got the, and I think I talked about this before, Macabre Nalgene holder, the mist pouch, placard on the front, mag pouch here, and then radio pouch here. Just a general pouch. I did get one of these Agilite phone holders. It's not bad. It is not as good as the Juggernaut hard case. Obviously, like, you need a proprietary phone case for the Juggernaut that I'm running on my Carcaju. It is a much, I find it easier to use. Now, there's not as much protection. So if you're going to do something like Airsoft, you're going to want something that's going to stop the BBs from impacting your phone. Whereas the Juggernaut, it's more purpose built for combat operations, where it doesn't matter what kind of case you got. If you're taking it around there, you're worried about your plate stopping and not about what your ATAC phone's doing. So I do like this. It folds open quite nicely. I wish it folded down just a little bit more. It doesn't sit perfectly flat, which can get annoying because it constantly tries to come back on itself. You do have a little area in the front to put a notepad or something like that. I probably wouldn't run one there. I don't want this to be any more bulky off my front than it already is, but it does not impede drawing and re-indexing mags off the front at all. So that's, like, it is a good selling point because you can still pass everything up in front of it as you need to use it. I did have 2 of the Carcaju elastic mag pouches on the front. I wanted to run 7 mags for the Milsim. You can't bring ammo sources into the field, and you can't rebomb, so you kind of need that ammunition on you at all times. So I did run extra ones here. I'll link a picture here somewhere of what it looked like when I was doing that. But the plate carrier held up very well. I do understand now the meshing. It's not as bad as people talked about. If you've ever worn an issued flak vest, this is not going to be near as sweaty as an issued flak vest. So guys will complain about these because they've worn like the, I'll just grab it. Why am I describing it? Guys will say that this sweats a lot because they've worn like the Temu Amazon plate carrier, where it's got like almost nothing to it and it's going to breathe. There's a little bit of padding on the inside, but it's like, this is for working out. It's not, I wouldn't trust it to do anything. You could use it for Airsoft if you want, but it's not going to be a good, like, real steel plate carrier. What I found with this one, as the event wore on, it was a 16-hour event. As the event wore on, everything kind of got to its final stages of where it should sit. So there was some minor adjustments I had to do because I'd never worn it for that extended period of time. Going prone, climbing things, going into trench systems, going into buildings, and just moving around. The quality held up. Nothing fell apart on it. I have no complaints. Whatever your feelings are about the political spectrum, Agilite makes a damn good plate carrier. Is it the end all to be all plate carriers? No, but I don't think anyone surely is. Now, that being said, I haven't owned every plate carrier on the planet, but I still really like the K19. I have a Sub-Zero now as well with soft armor in it. I still really like their products. They are fantastic. The Warfighter Cummerbund is second to none. It's absolutely fantastic. I will say that this did get warmer, and then when we were sweating all day and running around and doing missions, when nighttime came, even with an OTW shirt, it you could tell it had retained most of the moisture from sweating throughout the day. Because again, we were doing this in June. It was hot. It's been a hot summer. Anyone who lives in central United States or Canada knows how warm it's been, and it held a lot of the sweat in throughout the day. So that is the one downfall to the K19. So if you're a guy that sweats heavy or you're a bigger build dude like me, maybe look at getting more of a slick carrier, or not for airsoft, but for real steel, or for airsoft, if you're willing to put it, get the lattice inserts inside of it. I'm probably not going to do that to this one. I've migrated it onto other plate carriers now that I'm going to be using as my primary. My airsoft team's colors are tiger stripe, so I'm going to be primarily wearing a green plate carrier. But for any events that we have to do multicam, I'm going to be running the K19. Still really love this carrier, and it performed very well at the 16-hour. Like I said, the only complaint I have, it held a lot of sweat inside the system, and as nighttime came, still wearing it, you get a lot of that cold chill because you're now wearing a wet plate carrier. So just something to be mindful of. If you're going to do that, have a second OTW shirt or something like that you can rip off when you go back to CP, or if you're using this for real steel or for training purposes, it's not really going to be that big of an issue. You're not going to be wearing it that long anyway. So, all right. Anyway, on to the next thing. So for the second Milsim I did, we were on the green team, so I got to wear my tiger stripe. I'll put a photo up here, and I wore the Carcaju plate carrier. I did not have this is a Faro Concepts 3-inch assault cummerbund. I did not have it on at the time. You'll see in the photo I had the Carcaju elastic one. There's nothing wrong with it. I just prefer rigid cummerbunds. From Carcaju, I do believe they're going to have one in production at one point. It's not out yet. So I've got this in the interim. I want to do a full Faro Concepts build and a full Spirit Systems build. So it just made sense for me to purchase this because they happen to have it. They didn't have it in Ranger Green, so I got it in multicam. But what can you do? It's what's in stock, and almost nothing's in stock these days anyway. I got these elastic AR like 5.56 mag pouches. They are fantastic. I had grenades in here. I had trauma scissors. I had extra mags. I had smoke grenades stuffed in. If you think you can fit it in and you're willing to force it, it's going to go. They're going to work well for you. The retention tabs are great. In and out the whole time. The little bit of wear and tear on it, nothing to write home about. I don't think it's like I could probably do it 10,000 times. And again, I know airsoft is not like real steel. I 100% know that. But you will replace, re-index, and extract mags way more in an airsoft game than you ever will in real steel. So if it can hold up to that kind of abuse and shit kicking over a 16-hour event over and over and over and over again, and getting in and out of the truck, like I was mounted for the event, in and out of the truck, rubbing against the truck, rubbing against the trees, crawling along the ground. Didn't lose any of its rigidity, like it's still all nice and pliable. And you've got these two little outer pouches where you can stick stuff down inside. And then you've got the main pouch. These are worth their weight in gold. If I could run them all the way around, I would, or put more on the outside of the cummerbund. It's 100%. Whatever you're going to want to fit in there, it's going to fit in there perfectly. It stretches out quite well. I can't say enough good things about it. One thing I really did like that I got for that event and I put in was the 5.56 inserts from Carcaju that slides in the top. These are awesome. It holds the 5.56 3 mag placard open at all times, allows you to very quickly index and re-index mags. And it works absolutely fantastic. You will have to adjust the retention straps a little bit, the jump tabs, whatever you want to call them. They are set to the absolute maximum when you get it, because obviously they don't know what kind of mags you're going to be putting in. But it's fantastic. I can't say enough good things about it. The build quality on the Carcaju stuff, it rode very well. With the elastic cummerbund, I still had a Nalgene bottle. I took the misc pouch and the Nalgene pouch off of my K19 and put it on using their, I'm just going to grab it. I don't know why I'm trying to tell you about it. So using their system that allows you to add molly and still use the 5.56 insert on the outside, I had my Nalgene bottle and my misc pouch, and on the other side, another mag pouch mounted on the outside. This was fantastic because you still have the retention to be able to put something on the inside. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, but these retention tabs for the mags are invertible, I guess I should say. So you can run them either way, either pull the mags at the bottom or pull them at the top. I don't like anything dropping down. A lot of guys like it. I've seen guys running it. And it works fantastic. I'm just not a big elastic cummerbund guy. That's why I switched to the rigid one. I'm a bigger dude. I like carrying weight on me. I like having lots of water, lots of ammo, lots of grenades. We use those tag. I think they're the -4, -6s. Going in, I would have at least 4 grenades on me, 3 smoke grenades. I'm throwing them like they're candy. I want to carry lots of stuff on me. The elastic cummerbunds just don't really hold up to that kind of stuff. They would be much better in like a slickster, kind of like on the K0 or on the Carcaju plate carrier in a slickster configuration where you're just running extra mags on the side, not hanging a bunch of 2 liters of water, extra radios, that kind of stuff. The plate carrier itself did not hold sweat at all. We ran all night. We did the whole day. We ran all night and then into the morning, and it didn't get cold like the K19 did. It kept the sweat wicking off me. The plate bag didn't hold any liquid whatsoever. Everything went into my OTW and wicked away. It was absolutely fantastic. I didn't feel like I was drowning in sweat. It was hotter that day. We were inside the vehicle, no AC. Outside of the vehicle, doing stability operations and doing combat operations. It was absolutely fantastic. This, if you're looking for a Canadian product and you want to support a Canadian company, Carcaju is 100% the way to go. There is also Perez Designs, I believe it's called. I'll fact check myself on that if I'm wrong. And then there's another one, Gear Dynamics, I believe. I don't own either of their products, but some of the guys on the team do. They seem to really like it. So that's good to go that way. Now, on to, like I said, the Juggernaut phone case holder. We were using ATAC and we were using Meshtastic. So it was really nice to be able to flip down, see where friendly units were in relation. Guys are still figuring out the tweaks, so sometimes some of my pings would be 38 minutes old, some of them would be 5 hours old. But the Juggernaut system on the front of the Carcaju works quite well. The only thing I will say, and it's even happening here, because this is a plate carrier with a plate bag system, the Juggernaut, oh, you knocked my whiskey over. The Juggernaut system will slide up and down ever so slightly. It never comes out. You have no chance of that with the plate in, but it will shift about 1/8 of an inch up and down. If you're someone who has OCD, it might bother you. Okay. Oh, the dangler pouch. So anyone who's watched this before might notice that this is off my range kit. Most of this stuff is my stripped range kit, but the nice thing with the Carcaju setup, I can rip it off, put it back onto the range kit, clip on, and then run the 5 mags with my tourniquet and my first aid kit on my range kit and just go out, which I'm going to be doing when I go moose hunting. I will likely take the Elastamags off the front and just run it with the I've got the one setup that's got the 2 7.62 mags with the 1 pistol mag. Pistol mag is going to have a flashlight in it, and the 2 other ones are going to have the magazines for my 30-06 Remington 760, so that I can walk around with my mags, and if I have to get on the ATV or anything like that, I can just pop a mag out, throw it in the range kit, and then go hunting with it. It's also a good idea just to have a good first aid kit. So I've got everything in here. Soft armor in the front, Israeli bandage, trauma kit, quick clot gauze, and the chest seal vented, and a few other goodies down in there. So again, held on very well, bounced around, stuffed everything in it I wanted to, didn't have any issues in that regard. The retention for the Velcro, I know I said it in the first video, and I'm always one to correct myself. There's no problem with the retention of the Velcro, but at odd times it will start to like kind of roll up every once in a while. It never fully comes off. It might give you the inclination that it's going to, but it never does. But it doesn't lock in all the way to the bottom. But I also think it might be because I got the dangler on there. Okay. Grenade pouches. These grenade pouches are awesome. They are from Carcaju as well. I've got Zin pouches in it because, well, that's what they advertise it as. And unfortunately, the Tag and 4 grenades don't actually fit inside that, but it's because they're canisters and not round. We can't use the fragmentation steel ones anymore. And then just simply the 2 mag pouch. I took the jump tabs off this because I was actually sticking smoke grenades in it. I will likely run. I've ordered from Macabre the Misk pouch and the Nalgene pouch for the other side of this. I will likely run the Misk pouch beside it, have my smoke grenades there, and then 2 extra mags here. So it'd be 5 in the front, 2 here for the total of 7 that I carry. Smoke grenades, frag grenades on this side, and then also on my Agilite Magnitex belt, I have 2 more grenade pouches that are slightly bigger than that of the Carcaju. They're an older variant. I think Black Hawk makes them. I've had them for forever. Another 511. And then I put a bunch of grenades in there to hold all the grenades that I've got going on. I don't know who makes this TQ pouch. I bought it off Wardall, their gearbox. I'm sure someone will recognize what the company is, but and then on the back, so again, I was talking about how we were running Mesh-tastic and ATAC systems. So on the back, I've got one of the I should be able to know what this is, but I think it's the 10x20 GP pouch from Carcaju. Absolutely fantastic. I've got a little Pelican case. I put my Mesh-tastic unit in. I slide it in there. It's nice and protected. I can lay on it. It's not going to break. Then I had extra grenades. And then this is actually one of the original Agilite admin pouches in the small. You can't really hold a lot in it, but I always put an extra couple grenades in the top there. And then if my teammates are behind me, we're going to clear a building or something like that, I tell them to open the pouch and they rip a grenade out and then toss it in the building, because then I don't have to worry about reefing one off my belt if I'm the one covering the door when they're going in to do that. So that's a lot of word vomit to go through very quickly, but I wanted to go through the kit that I've been running at these Milsims, how that's been going, and get something on the damn channel because I haven't put anything on it in a while. The other thing I ran into is I broke my comms. So I had the Redivist comm system, the one that plugs into the Redivist radio, and I had it on the side of my helmet. It lasted for all of 45 minutes. It should last longer for being $110, considering these Walker Razor rechargeables are $50 on sale and are far better. So what I did was I bought Walker Razor rechargeables. I put the gel cup ear cups on it, so they're more like the 3M Peltors. And then I bought this. It is a comms capable setup for the Walker Razor that hooks to your Bowfang or Redivist radio. It simply opens up, clips into the bottom, like so. You take the top piece around your cable. So this is what happens when you don't rehearse stuff before you film a video and you haven't done it in a while. And then bada bing, bada boom. Now you have a comms capable Walker Razor, which will actually protect your ears from stuff because the Tag and 6 grenades are loud. And you will actually be able to hear stuff. And you won't hot mic all your friends because your garbage headset thinks that you're pushing down the PTT button. So if you do anything, if you do notional stuff with your friends, I can't even say training anymore, but if you do notional stuff with your friends, or you go to the range a lot, or you work in heavy equipment and you want to be able to talk to people over a Bowfang radio, or anything like that, this is on Amazon. I will try to show a photo of it. And it turns your Walker Razors, which are a very decent headset for the money, into a comms capable system. Now, the only thing I will say is, and I will show you, because I didn't think about it before I did it. If you have a helmet setup, do not go with these mounts for the Walker Razors, because this will no longer attach to it. And I've already destroyed these Walker Razors, and they can never go back to being the style that has these on it, because you have to cut these off and they do not clip on like 3M Peltors. So once you bastardize them and turn them into this, they do not come off. So now I have a dilemma. I have two options. I can either buy another set of this, which was $100, and cut it off and then make it so it stays on, or I can buy another set of Walker Razors for no apparent reason. So don't do what Donnie Don't does and just buy the circular clip down set for the helmet that will allow you to use this comm setup if you decide to go with the Walker Razors for your comm system. Because again, for $200, you're still a far cry away from even used 3M Peltors. And the Walker Razors have good noise canceling, good ambient noise pickup on the outside, and when they're comms capable, completes all your objectives. So you don't need to have a dedicated comm system for your Milsim and Airsoft events and then going to the range. You just simply pop it off, throw it back on your head. It doesn't look like you're trying to be, the MEAL Team 6 operator at the range when you're shooting your real steel, but you're still getting really nice comms for when you go to Airsoft. I think that's all I wanted to do for the update today. I've got some more stuff coming in the pipeline. We're going to do a lot more survival stuff. I'm going up moose hunting this year. We're going to go camping for a week with the family and try out some gear. I'm actually going to spend some time in that single person, like garrison survival, not survival tent, but like garrison kind of like recce tent, and go from there. Just add some more stuff to the channel, try to keep things rolling on. And if there's anything else you guys want to see, any questions you have about any of the kit, can't think if I missed anything else. I bought a ton of stuff that I haven't gone through yet. and some of the stuff I didn't even use, but I got more stuff coming in the pipeline. If there's anything you'd like to see me review or work on, let me know. And also, let me know down in the comments. I'm torn right now between a full Faro Concepts build or a Spiritist Systems build. I've seen a lot of people wear Spiritist. I've seen a lot of people wear Faro Concepts. I don't know which one I like better. I will probably end up owning both, but I want to know, what do you guys think? What would you own first? If you've owned one or both, which did you like better? I've only ever seen Faro Concepts for sale used, and I didn't get on it in time, so I didn't get a chance. It was all in black anyway, and I don't really like black plate carriers. Now, there's anything wrong with them, it's just not my style. But yeah. Oh, and for if anyone's asking or wants to know what my rifle is for Airsoft, because I'm sure it'll be in some of the photos that I link, it is the ENC Novinsky. I really like this rifle. A lot of the guys on the team run it. I will be doing a Kythera build for it, so it converts to CO2, so it's no longer battery, but currently this one is battery. It has upgraded bucking and barrel in it right now, and I do have the Hollow Sun IR, because in Canada, and especially in Ontario where I am, there's a very select few of IR units that you can use. So when we're fighting at night with night vision on, I could see, because I have good night vision, but I couldn't see where I was shooting. So it was just more firing from the hip, and you're only allowed to fire on semi. So it was just a lot of hope I'm hitting the right target. So this is what my main weapon has been. I do have a Scorpion as a sidearm, and I'm going to get it it's dialed down to be a SMG, so I can fire on auto. But currently, right now, this is my go-to. So again, for YouTube, this is an Airsoft rifle. Like, there's no real internals in there. I'll ban my video. I know you can still do real firearms, but still. Airsoft. All right, awesome. Well, thank you guys for your patience. I'm really sorry it's been so long since the video came out. I'm going to work on some more things. I'll get some footage up of the moose hunt when it happens, and let you guys know if we get anything. Get some videos of our camp set up, and a couple of the guys that are going on the hunting trip with us that I've been invited from are some guys who have their own kind of channels and media presence. So I'm going to hopefully do a little bit of interviews, and we've got something coming in the pipeline about doing a podcast in an RV trailer. So it might be pretty funny. It'll have some army stories, some Milsim stuff, and just some general survival stuff. So, all right. Well, thank you guys very much for watching, and we'll catch you next time.